See, I think we got one.
Yeah. Pressure. Walk in the spot and it's pressure. Yeah.
Hey, what's the word, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TheBarsTalk.
Yeah.
Make some fucking noise. Don't forget to go to your local neighborhood liquor store and request a bottle of Vodka. Shout out to our sponsors. You heard it. This is black owned and also 100 reserve. You know what this means, man.
What that mean?
If you drink this shit, you might have to reserve a room.
Nah.
So make sure you go to your liquor store and get that. But who the hell we talking to tonight?
We talking to the never fearing, plain steering, Jetla and Trish, you heard?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Come on, man. It's your boy like just a vibe we gonna catch.
All right, you talking to Army Regime, a.k.a. AR Doe, the fucking GOAT.
You know what's going on. It's King Rico, the nigga with the Chico. They know the vibe when we come outside. They know what's up.
Uh-huh.
It's your boy Mel Doro, Credit Hero, Credit Guru.
Mm-hmm.
Happy. It's your boy David, man. Bodyguard, P.E. For me.
It's Kizzle, founder of Express Yourself Black Man, Mr. Express Yourself.
Awesome. Now we got a different type of episode tonight. We're gonna talk music. We're gonna talk black health, specifically black men's health, and we're just gonna talk. We're gonna wrap up the year, man. This is a special episode. This is the last episode of the year for us, and we were really strategic this year in like how we did episodes, how we did out, how we worked with our guests, because number one, we want talent, and we want people that are serious about their craft and then they feel. So, Kizzle, can you tell us a bit more about Express Yourself Black Man and how that started?
Absolutely. I'm not gonna go too deep because I don't want.
Nah, we want to know.
Right?
Okay. All right. So Express Yourself Black Man, it is a platform for us as black men to be able to express ourselves healthily. It's a focus on us, but it's for all black people. It's all people, really, if you're just respectful. And it started just because 2017, I had my own battle with depression, mental health, my own issues, and I really was figuring out how to navigate that by myself at that time. And so what I did was I started something called the Kizzle brand, and it was basically a project aimed at raising awareness for depression and helping people through difficult times. And I just basically told people like, yo, listen, I've been depressed. This is what it looks like. We should talk more about it in our community because a lot of times people just don't feel comfortable, especially us as black men, don't feel comfortable talking about it, right? You feel me? And so I went to different schools and organizations, and I just tried to give back any way that I could, and just try to do workshops, talk about resume building, talk about how to be successful, and then try to trickle in a little bit of mental health. And so I did that from 2017 up until 2020. If we rewind back to 2017, the main reason as to why I was depressed is because I was getting out of a relationship. That was the first real relationship that I was in from the ages of like 14 to 19. So when we broke up in college, I'm sitting there thinking like, I don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know who I am. I don't know how to navigate. It's my first real breakup. It's my first real heartbreak, and I'm in college dorming by myself. You feel me? I have a whole apartment by myself.
Yeah, it was tough on many levels.
Yeah, so it was a multifaceted. So I'm trying to figure out my identity, right? And I didn't really end up healing. I just ended up learning how to cope with it. So it got to the point where I just kind of just dealt with it and put it to the side and just focused my energy on learning new skills and a bunch of different things. But I still had issues that led to me having mental health problems, right? So 2020 happens, pandemic happens. I'm in another relationship, and I find out in the middle of the pandemic that I got cheated on. So now I'm like, bro, I'm trying to figure out why I stayed in that relationship for that long, because even before I got cheated on, I knew it wasn't really going to work because we had conversations about things which made me feel like there was some red flags, but I just ignored them. So like two things that I definitely always call out. One, she ain't want to have kids. I want to have kids. Right? I don't know. Listen, there's a couple men that I know that don't want to have kids. I'm not one of those men. Yeah, I don't want to have kids. Right. Another thing, she didn't want to get married. I wanted to get married. In my head, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a good guy. You know what I mean? She tripping. Like, nah, yeah,
Change her mind.
But nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? She don't care about that, right? So let me keep going, right? So that happens, and I get to this point where I start feeling like, you know what? All women are evil. I can't trust women. Even, you get what I'm saying? Like, I got for real.
You know what
You
bag
know what
is.
that bag is?
Yeah,
I know what that bag is.
It's a reasonable bag to have.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Women be wildin'.
Yeah, listen, look, I got in that bag, right? And you know what's funny? So I used to tell people, I'm like, yo, before I got cheated on, I never, as funny as this is gonna sound, I never thought a woman cheated, bro. I swear to God.
What?
I'm that serious, bro. I swear to
What?
God.
You let him get it
Nah,
on.
Hold that.
Hold that. Nah, for real.
Alert.
I really did not
No funny
think
shit.
women cheated, and the reason why is because when you see us or when you see media, society, all that, what do you normally see? You normally see the guy cheating.
Because
right?
of my fault. I don't want to cut your wisdom. I just want to pay attention to the timeline. You said before that incident, but you also said that incident took place in 2020. So you telling me
Took boy.
all of that time?
Nah, I'm not
You
gonna front.
not in middle school,
Nah.
not in high school.
Nah, I'm not.
I understand
I'm
your
not gonna
heart. You care about people.
I
You
do.
was raised right. You really care about people.
I really believe
Because women are demons.
That's all.
You
You was raised right.
Not
nigga.
all, but
That's
there's a population of women
And they
who
do.
don't give
I
a
didn't-
fuck.
No, absolutely,
Alright,
right?
my mouth
Absolutely. And I didn't really.
Not the ones I know.
Yeah, no, of course, right. But I didn't really. Here's the thing, right? When you grow up, your experiences and the way that you view the world is all shaped on what you're around and what you see.
Yeah.
I didn't associate myself with those kind of women, so I never seen that. The
That's
people that I had, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck out of here, bitch.
He probably never even argued with us.
Wait, was it the women in your family that set a standard?
It was a woman in my family, but also the woman that was around me.
Talk about
And
it.
think about I was in a relationship from 14 to
Oh,
19.
Yeah.
And she never cheated. You get what I'm saying? None of us, neither of us cheated. So I'm in that, in my mindset, I'm like, okay, this is my first relationship. Remember that. That's what I'm basing everything off of.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, Shorty could be from 14 to 19, and she could be faithful to all women like this. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. And I didn't see nothing on social media or anything like, oh, women cheat. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, cool, women don't cheat. So I get cheated on. And then I'm like, I'm getting into this phase where I feel like I can't trust any kind of woman. And so that's when I started to get into therapy with a black woman. And when I got into therapy, I was like, damn, I'm learning so much about myself. I'm learning so much about how to interact with people, how to spot things in people. I was like, nah, it doesn't make sense for me to keep this to myself. And so what I did was I just came on my personal IG and I just would talk on my stories, telling people about therapy, all these different things, right? And I'm realizing there's a couple of things happening. One, it's not picking up traction. People don't. At that time, I feel like people didn't really care, but I didn't care because I care, right? But I'm also getting people that are like-minded that are hitting me up and telling me certain things. Now, David and I had already connected from years before when I started Kizzle brand. When I started Kizzle brand, David was one of the only people outside of Auntie and some other people that really messed with it. Like, I was like, damn, David. Like, they was messaging me like, yo,
Can you elaborate what it is, the Kizzle brand?
Kizzle brand was just a project aimed at raising awareness for depression. So what I did was I went out to different classrooms, I went out to different organizations, different schools, and I just tried to give back, do workshops with kids, just try to teach them stuff that I wish I had growing up. And so David seen that, and from there, David and I were connected because he was like, and we never even met. You get what I'm saying? We never even met. I had people, no shade, bro, no shade, but I had people that was close, I knew from like 5 years old. When I started that, I couldn't even get a repost, bro.
If you can't even say no shade no more, you gotta give people accountability.
Yeah,
Nah, for real.
I don't need palm trees, nigga. Sit under that shade.
I couldn't get a repost at all. At all.
Nah, so I should say some real shit too.
Nah, for real though, right?
Real shit.
So when I was on my story, David would hit me like, yo, bro, you gotta start a podcast. And I'm thinking about how a Kizzle brand never took, but for me, I was thinking about how a Kizzle brand never took off. So I'm like, nigga, David, David, get the fuck out of here, man. Ain't nobody give a fuck about this shit, right? Because I'm looking at numbers. I'm like, right now on my personal story, nobody really responded to it. You the only person that's really responded to it like that. At this point, I might as well send this shit to you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, it don't make sense for me to start a whole podcast off of this, buy equipment, all that. Like, come on, David. But I'm like, you know what? After a while, I'm like, damn. I'm saying, I started realizing like, nah, what I'm saying is powerful and it's going away in 24 hours, bro. Like, nah, I gotta get this recorded some way, somehow. So I was like, all right, let me figure out how to start the podcast. So I started the podcast earlier. I started the podcast on my birthday of last year. So my birthday is December 27th. Started on my birthday last year. And at first, the page Express Yourself Black Man was just me posting, hey, this is the podcast, this is the new episode, and we on Clubhouse. Never really got any traction because at the same time,
That's when Clubhouse was jinking.
Clubhouse, exactly, right? But it never really got any traction because I'm looking to get followers from the people that were following my personal page, but they're only following my personal page because they know me from somehow, and they don't care that I'm doing something new, nor do they care to really support. So what I decided to do was, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try and grow this out. And I watched this video online where people were like, this guy had grown his page to like 400K followers. I'm like, all right. He put a video of Black Hustlers Club. He put a video up. Yeah, he put a video up talking about how he grew his page. And he was like, yo, what I did was I just looked at people in my niche, and when they would post, I would just follow people that liked the post. And then when I figured out that I could follow people and they would follow me back, and I was getting 1,000 followers a month, I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing this until I get to 10K. Once I get to 10K, page gonna take over by itself. Mind you, while I'm doing that, I'm posting 3 times a day. Like I'm posting a text post in the morning. I'm posting a 12 p.m. post. I'm posting a video at 12 because people at lunch on their work break. You get what I'm saying? People got time to watch a video at that time.
You know what he's doing,
right? So I'm strategic with it. At 9, I'm posting a text post because you just want something quick. You getting your day started. Yeah. You don't want to read a whole. You just want a black man. It's okay not to be okay. Quick tap. All right, cool. That got me on my day. Right now, 12. You got time to sit down. It's lunch. You got time to look at a video real quick. So 12, I post a video. Then I hit them with the impact post at 6 because you get home. You got nothing but time. You just unwinding. Now you can swipe through a post to actually read. And that's when I would do the black man, here's how you do this, black man, here's how you do that. And at 6, those posts started taking off. And the post that really got me to the point where I was at like 5,000 followers. And I put up a post, black man, here are 7 ways to get therapy with no insurance. That post today has like 50,000 shares, like 25,000 saves.
Because we want to know.
Bro, and I didn't know, and you know what's funny, bro? I didn't even really, I was sitting on that post for like a month or so. Because I was like, I don't even really want to make this. This is more of an informative post. People were really interested at that time in like the dating relationship post and a real heavy hitter post like, this is how you deal with depression. This is how you deal with that. So I'm like, giving people therapy resources, I don't really know if that's going to be a good use of my time because I got to go on all these different sites. It just takes longer than the average post that I make. I was like, you know, I'm going to just do it. And it really took off. And then from there, I'm like, all right, now I hit 10K followers and it really just, it's been doing its own thing. I really just post and people just share it.
So you reached the 10K.
I'm way past 10K. We have 40 now. Yeah. We have 40 now, bro. So
It's strategy. It's so much I just got from all of that shit, but I want to hear. Like we gotta pause you right there. That was a lot to unpack. I got a million questions. I want to go around. Triz, give us your feedback on what Kizzle just shared, man.
That was a lot. I mean, and I definitely related to it. You feel me? But I just want to know personally, like, not many people do what you do. So it's like not many black people do what you do at the same time. So how or what or who instilled that courage inside of you to be the face of black men, depression, and needing therapy and searching out for help? Because niggas don't ask for help.
Right.
So what made you be the face of that? Because right now, that's what you are.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I think for me, there's a couple things I want to highlight. I'm not the first person to talk in a room when I'm with a bunch of random people. Not saying that y'all are random. I'm just saying like if I go to a party or whatever. I'm not the first person to talk in a room if I'm with a bunch of random people. But I've always been the person to be comfortable giving my opinion on something or just being comfortable being myself. And then that just translated into, okay, I've been through a mental health issue. I'm comfortable with who I am enough to the point where I can talk about it. Now, when you talk about me being the face, you gotta remember, when I first started this, I had like 60 followers last year. I didn't expect, if I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect it to get to 40K this quick, right? And for it to be like this impactful. So the face thing kind of happened over time. And I struggled with that at first because I got uncomfortable. Once we got to 10K, I said, fuck, it's 10,000 people looking at what I post. Yeah. It really is. So for me, it's like, I don't really look at myself as like the face. I look at myself as a person that's trying to help by talking about things that I've been through. You get what I'm saying? And if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, great. That's it. That's really all it is, bro. That's really all it is. And also to tie that all together, even before I had Express Yourself Black Man, anybody will tell you that knows me. I used to go on my page all the time. I used to tell people like, bro, why do y'all cap so much on social media, bro? I say, yo, a lot of y'all only come on here and you post your highlights. It is look. I'm not gonna sit here and say you gotta post all your depression and all that.
Say
but bro,
that again.
just
I don't think people
for real.
saying that about the highlights.
Bro,
say that again.
Not for real. A lot of people just get on social media. It's a highlight reel.
Shit.
It's a highlight reel, and another thing
I
about
don't know who normal, bro.
yeah, and
I feel like it's the pressure though, because if social media dictates so much in society. You feel me? Like the way that we supposed to interact, the way that we look. You know,
the scariest thing on social media that I really like. This is why I appreciate Kofi, and this is why I appreciate Mel. Just be real, because at the end of the day, Kofi is showing you that if you become yourself and you show that this is who you are and this is where you came from, showing your journey from start to end, people will appreciate that because you are being real. The moment you be real on social media, the moment you'll blow up.
No, absolutely. I'm going to keep it a stack with you. I was just going to say that, bro. The reason why the page also does so well is because I'm so different. I'm so different by just being me. You get what I'm saying? Just also the transparency, but I'm different in the fact that I'm 24 years old. I'm coming out saying, yo, I've been cheated on. That shit sucked. It wasn't cool. And I got tight, and now I'm chilling. You get, like, I'm not saying I've been cheated on. Fuck her. Fuck her, all these women.
You
Like,
you make the other set of emotions normal again.
Right.
That's how it should be.
It's okay.
It's okay to not be okay.
And that's the main reason why I push them.
Yeah.
That's the main reason why I push them, because it's like at the end of the day, you don't see that. You don't see that.
Nobody does.
And well, I'm gonna say like, it's also not a safe space to be honest about what you're going through. Because niggas will clown you if you don't got
social media.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like being yourself is not encouraged because people don't know who they are. Right? You gonna tell a nigga that don't know who they are to be themselves? They're gonna be whatever clone or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like we still gotta identify that population, and I feel like social media just sows seeds of I have to be who the world thinks I need to be. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like even just thinking about how down to gun violence and how, you know, the kids are committing crimes. How young people are shooting guns. This shit is like a rap video. It's literally a rap video. How they like. I feel like, yeah, we should get to a place where we're honest about our journey and not getting on live and crying and like trying to get attention. But like, yo, you know, saying shit like every setback is a setup for a comeback. Sharing a bit of that story. I'm like, yo, I applied for this job, I didn't get it, but I waited 2 weeks and God opened up another door. Like, that shit is cool.
I love,
because we can identify with it. But how do y'all feel about, like, the safe space for us? We don't always have a space to feel like, yo, I'm not good right now. Because niggas expect you to be good.
Right. But so here's the thing I'll say about creating a safe space. You gotta understand, you have to be comfortable with who you are to the point where it doesn't matter what other people say, right? Because once you don't care, it's easy for you to express yourself. And then also, you gotta look at the people that you have that have access to you. Because if there's people that have access to you that are bringing you down, you know, messing with your energy, messing with your vibe, feeling like you can't really, making you feel like you can't really express yourself, then why you got those people in your circle?
My therapist told me that too.
For real.
My therapist told me that.
You gotta reassess that because they're bringing your energy down. They're bringing you back to a lower vibration than where you're actually supposed to be at, bro. So it's a couple different things, bro. But for me, it's like you create that space for yourself, honestly. Fuck what everybody else gotta say.
I was in a cognitive behavioral class, and this OG said to me, "You create your own environment." From that day off, bro, I bought a pair of scissors. And my block list is probably at like 1,500. Not even exaggerating, but like when I tell you I'm so unapologetic about it's just us. Like this is my village and probably the 5 people who are alive. Like and it's safe. There's no outside drama. There's no inside drama. We have like an opportunity like this to come together and like, you know, be social in a healthy environment and not just sit around and smoke and write music, which we also do. So like, you know, we have all types of that balance, but It really does. Like, I'm so big on village, bro. Like, in reality, being surrounded around people that actually care about your future and your now, the ones that can hold you accountable, the ones that be like, yo, you're wilding. Like, I've known Trish for 20 years. There's so much you're wilding in that 20 years. You feel what I'm saying? Probably for like 5 years straight, he said it, and I was just like, nigga, but you're wilding with me, nigga. Like, so what are you talking about? Like, you know, like, we both wilding. Nigga, we're wilding. Like, fuck out of here. So, yeah, we just want to encourage y'all. You know, the village is important, but do not go nowhere. The live people don't go nowhere. Make sure you go to your local neighborhood liquor store. When we get back, we're going to hear a phenomenal journey, phenomenal story. Yes. Just like,
I need more people like
nah, bro.
Encouragement.
That's like I love talking to men with integrity. You feel what I'm saying? Like, men that got goals and men of standing, because like we have to be the ones to challenge each other. You feel what I'm saying? That like the knowledge share among black men is very limited because of ego, because of, you know, or because of survival, because we get in positions sometimes and our position is threatened or we feel threatened. You feel what I'm saying? So for you to even be able to identify the space that you're in and say, nah, I need this type of energy, you know, from Kizzy. I need this type of energy from Mel, and like, you know, cutting people off that don't really serve where you're trying to go doesn't always, it's not always a negative thing. It's sometimes limiting the access.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not coming to now just go play the game no more. You feel what I'm saying? You got to catch me in traffic. Like, y'all going to come to my show or I'm going to catch you online. You feel what I'm saying? But I can't just come chill no more.
Yeah, and it was hard.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Talk about it.
I think that's one of my questions for y'all too. You know what I mean? Because like both of y'all spoke about like just dealing with people and how they have like they've been disloyal and very harmful to what y'all were focused on and shit like that. And like me personally, like I have a loyal to a fault kind of vibe. You know
I already feel it.
You know what I mean? I want to know, how did y'all let go?
How do you let
Because
go?
I have a trouble of letting go, my nigga. Like memories play in my head, and I'm like, maybe this could have was different. Libra. I mean, yeah.
I'll say it, and then you can say your piece.
Yeah, right.
I say when it was, like I said, like when it came for me to cutting people off, it was hard because these people, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. There's two people that I had to cut off because I was relying on them too much. I couldn't think for myself. You get what I'm saying? I had to, yo, what am I eating this morning? Yo, what am I wearing? Yo, where should I go? Should I tell her no? Should I tell her this? Should I tell her that? So in my head, I realized I was too attached to you too much. So it was hard. And it is two people, and it's my thing is just like, when I cut them off, it was crazy. Like, I mean, it was really, really crazy. Like, they started beefing with me, and all I said was like, I gotta find me. That's all I said. I gotta find me. I even put it on social media to one of them. One of them I didn't talk to because I realized that if I would have told her that, yo, I'm relying on you too much, I need to heal, she was still trying to find a way to connect with me and try to see how I'm doing. I needed to be away from me. Yeah. Because I needed to find me. So I remember, I don't know who said this, but it stuck with me. Once you tell somebody how you feel, right? Their response is their responsibility.
That was in Clubhouse.
Yeah. I never heard that. I never heard that. That was awesome. Yo, Trent face.
No.
You took Trent face just now.
Cause that's wow.
Yeah. So when I heard that,
That's crazy.
when I heard that, anything I say, if it's coming from the bottom of my heart, anything I say is your responsibility now. Yeah. There's a lot of people, they was even like girls I was talking to, I'm like, yo, listen, look, I cannot do this no more. I cannot do this no more. And then their responsibility. They'll follow me, cool. They'll follow me back. I don't know why, but they will follow me back. Hey, you want to see what I'm doing? Cool.
Mr. Kid.
You a good nigga. That's
Hey,
why.
Mr.
Good guy.
Kid.
Good guy. We calling this episode
Good guy.
Good Guy.
I'm a good
Yeah.
guy.
I'm a good guy. Now, Dave, like you spoke a lot about Mel, so we gotta alley-oop it to Mel. Mel, I wanna ask you a general question. How do you fit into this express yourself black man equation with the music as well? Like, so how do you fit as a person, and how do you fit as the artist?
Well, you know, he's my guy. So, as a person, individually, like we all have our own personalities. We all individuals. We all have different ideologies, how we think. You know, David we always call David the manager because he always coming up with ideas. Like, bro, you should do this. Bro, you should do this. Bro, you should do this. I'm like, yo, bro, we just gonna put you on payroll because at this point, as
soon as I can, I believe, bro.
I set up a position right for David. Like, yo, David, just your ideas. I'll just pay you just for that. You feel me?
Not for real.
It's never like far fetched. You feel me? So it's like just having him is like he's clutch. Kofi on the other hand, Kofi is the same way. Like, but he has a whole different community, people that trust in him. And like before even a community, like he was always the same person. Like he will stick to himself and give you his opinion when you want to give his opinion. Like you ask Kofi the real, he's gonna be like, you want the truth or you want me to you want the truth or you don't want the truth? Like, that's literally it. Like he's not gonna sugarcoat it. Like and I'm the same way. Like you ask me, bro, does this shoes look good? I'll be like, nigga, I don't like it, but if it's something that you like, like that's you. I'm
definitely not wearing it.
You feel me? Like it's something that I just so like just us being our own individuals is what makes the group work. Like exactly. Like I'm not trying to be David. David's not trying to be me. I'm not trying to be Kofi. Kofi not trying to be me. You're your own individual. I'm my own individual, and we come together and share ideas. That's what makes us like congeal. You feel me? So if you always thinking like, just like what David, just to piggyback on what David said, he's always relying. He had to cut those people off because he knew they were no good for him. He couldn't even think on his own. Absolutely. So it's like once you reach a point to that point, it's like I can't even think for myself. Why am I here? But it takes self-awareness to even get to that point.
Right.
And I wasn't
so we all self-aware, but we all mesh now because we all self-aware. It wouldn't mesh if we weren't self-aware.
Right.
So individuality, as far as like as a group and how we all congeal together as a group, we like I said, like if I was to put David on payroll, I put David on payroll. Like Kofi would do the same thing. Fact. We just all like know how to express yourself. Like I do it through music, I do it through how I share my ideas. Like, and I watched the interview sometime. I forgot it was a far back, and it always said like the shit just stuck with me. I don't know. It said if you can like leave a situation or a speaking engagement or something, and be like, yo, I never thought about it that way. Right? That's a way to take positive information or negative information and put it towards what you have going on for yourself. So like critical thinking. Like, a lot of people don't have that to, like you need somebody on your ass, not on your ass, but you need people that's gonna hold you accountable. Like I know if I'm fucking up and I'm doing some shit that I'm not supposed to be doing, David gonna tell me I be on David's ass, David be on my ass, Kofi be on my ass. Be on his ass. We always be on. I tell this nigga all the time, like, bro, like that. I'm inspired by what you're doing.
On both, it's like there's two sides of a coin. You look at it like, oh, I know this nigga. I went to school with him.
That's how a lot of people operate.
How the fuck is he doing this?
Better than me.
I can't do that.
And I
can't
do the
same.
And that's how. And to piggyback off that is that, like they said, like I would give them the ideas and stuff like that. It was clicking in my head because it was like I would see other people do it, and I'm like, well, if Kofi do it like this, we can do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if Mel take this and do this,
that's the beauty about David, right? He's not doing Express Yourself Black Man, right? He's not doing music, or he's not doing the Doesn't Black Credit. Like, he's literally on the sidelines. So he can see everybody else, like everybody else. He can give, right? He can see, like, all right, bro, you can do this, because I went on TikTok and this motherfucker did this, so you can do this. Oh, YouTube, yo, this person did this. Why don't you do it? You feel me? Like somebody that's not, because we tunnel vision, and he's looking at every parameter, like he's looking at everything. That's where he fit.
You know, we had some intriguing conversation going on. We're just going to continue that. So, Mel, you were able to tell us how you were able to focus as a group and get together. That's beautiful. We always want to commend the group work and everybody getting together and partnering up in the community. But we also want to know on the music side, how do you identify as a solo artist? Like, you understand? If you understand that question.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I got you. No, for sure. Like, I just speak my life. Like, I speak through other people's lenses too. Like, I don't necessarily got to go through something in order to talk about it. Like, I literally just have conversations with people. And, like, a lot of songs that I make, it literally just be me, like, in the next person's shoes. So like Flowers Die was about me, but it was also about a lot of people that I see around. You feel me? Like Passwords, like the way Passwords came about is literally I was on Instagram scrolling and I just looked at the perspective of a woman. You feel me? Like shit is deeper than us sharing different passwords, because it was a woman talking about how she want to go through her nigga phone. Like, if you can't go through a nigga phone, you can't trust him. Da da da. So I flipped it.
Yeah.
I made it a different perspective. You feel me?
It's deeper. What's
It's
wrong?
No, wait. Before you get deep,
Listen.
do you believe that a woman should go through your phone?
Do not do
Absolutely.
mine.
You could definitely go through mine. Like,
There's no trust.
no,
Cash, I'm gonna choose that right here, right now.
I don't think
It's a double edged. You can,
Yeah.
right?
But
and whatever
Yeah,
you
I
find
know.
is on you.
That's one.
No.
And no, because that's not even. I can't talk like that. I'm gonna be real.
You find shit
You
in my
can check my phone, but now I would never trust you a day in my life. ever
Exactly.
again.
It's an invasion of
Why are you
privacy.
checking my
Why you going
phone?
through my phone?
What
But I'm
for?
definitely not checking your phone.
You get
So I
what I'm
can
saying?
lose 10 pounds in a
Like,
day.
dude, for you
I'm
to
not.
check my
That's like when
I'm
the
about to-
police.
You get what I'm saying?
when the
Now it's
police-
like, alright, you probably just
I'm mad
trying to see
now.
if I'm on your type of timing. That's it.
And I'm
When the
gonna flip it.
police, hold
Can I
on. When the
flip it?
police pull you in for investigation,
Oh my God.
you understand? They don't just grab any nigga off the street. They grab you
sound like a Brooklyn
because
nigga,
they think you got something to do with the shit. So if you go through my phone, it's because you think something going on.
Yeah.
Now you
I'm
went through my
a
phone, you
flip
ain't
it.
find nothing that you seen.
Now
Like,
you're
you
tight,
stupid
but
because
now
you
you're
look
tight.
stupid.
Now you're
Hey, on my phone, it's
Now you're
nothing
tight.
for you. It's
It's
nothing.
nothing
You
for you.
understand? I'm a good
Can I-
guy.
can I-
So
can I-
that's the name of this episode is called Good Guy.
I'm about to flip it, and I'm gonna embrace. My thing is, it's like you can be the greatest guy in the world, but if she got cheated on and got cheated on,
She
and
gonna
got cheated
think,
on, and
yeah,
got cheated on,
yeah.
by the time she realized that you are too good of a man, can I see your phone?
I don't even got
Well,
Dave,
I ain't
whoa,
doing
whoa,
nothing to
Dave,
you.
So
I
Dave,
think
don't
she
go
got
nowhere.
pictures.
If she got cheated on so many times, that's a reflection of her character.
That.
Right, and that's what I'm
What's wrong?
saying.
Something has
You
to
have
be
to,
Something wrong.
you have
Something's
to,
wrong.
you have to understand that. Okay, look, you can sit her down. This is what I do.
Don't
Like,
fault me for your
this
trauma.
is shout out to my
Louder. What he
Hold
said
on.
real quick.
What he said?
Don't fault me for your trauma.
Right.
Both
Exactly.
ways though.
Exactly, bingo. And I shout out to my therapist. There's certain situations where you can get in an argument with someone, but at the end of the day, you need to become, you need to get grown. You know what I'm saying? You need to sit at the end of the
That's
table
wrong,
and
man.
then tell me what's really the problem.
Yes.
Because I know I'm not doing this, but I need to
Yes.
understand what's
So
going
I can
on.
support you.
Because if we don't come to a mutual agreement, we will forever argue. And I don't like arguing. So what's going on? And once she finally explained what's going on, or you can just probably hit her with I feel like it's the past relationship that you've been through.
Someone don't like that.
Find out along the line
Someone don't
something
wanna hear
went
that.
wrong somewhere.
Right.
You stuck
Someone
with
don't
it.
wanna
It's
hear
important to
that.
have those
Because-
combos though.
Yeah,
Yes.
because
We're gonna talk.
Now, let
me.
me ask you, because make sure you go to your neighborhood liquor store, request vodka and 100 reserve. You get 100 years back, or your niggas is gonna have to reserve removed.
Nah,
Right,
y'all
so-
so top 10.
Alright, so when you talk about black men and you talk about music, they don't even. Pardon me. If you talk about black men's health, mental health, and you talk about music, they're not synonymous. Is that something that you're intentional about? Like making sure, like some of us, we do work in a community. We automatically have a responsibility of not only being entertaining in music, but also depositing a message because of the experiences that we've gone through. So
Absolutely.
how do you approach that? Because music doesn't encourage black men's mental health. Actually, they promote the opposite.
It's the opposite.
So what are your thoughts there?
Me personally, like, I just try to give a different perspective. So we all hear about flashy this, what car you drive. Like I always say, like, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. I done heard every bar about what Palm Angel this and Mary this, and I done heard every bar.
Every flip.
I done heard everything, bro. Like,
This is
tell
literally
me,
all I had left.
I have a project
So-
called Art of Conversation. Art of Conversation
That's
came
my
about.
favorite one.
Art of Conversation came about. I was reading books all 2019. I was literally just reading books.
Yes.
So reading was a reflection of what I was reading is in that project. Rich Dad, Poor Dad was in there. Art of Conversation was
Keep
in
going.
Fire.
Freaking The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. All types of books. It's in there, bro. But you won't listen. You just thinking, oh, this nigga just making music. Where it's like, all right, how can I grab my audience? I want to talk about something that nobody has ever heard of. I have to put that to the forefront. Like everybody, you could talk about shooting and killing, and you feel me? Like there was an interview with Dillian Wallow and academics, and he's talking about you influence all the kids in Chirac because of your voice.
Yeah.
They watching you.
I'm gonna tie this lyric in that he said. He said,
What he said?
"Don't tell me you love me if you're not gonna correct me when I'm wrong."
Talk about it, Mel. Talk. I need that.
That's
I need,
literally
where were
the
you?
first line I
Where were
ever
you?
heard you say.
Yeah, we listened.
Oh,
nigga.
I
We
listened.
listened. We screaming for real.
I pressed
nigga.
play, and that was the first line I heard. I said,
Where
what
were
the
you
fuck?
at that moment?
Honestly, that's food for thought. So that was a song for Kofi, honestly. And I was going to call it Express Yourself Black Man. But
That's love.
it wasn't a song that he approved, so I didn't do it. But I sent it to him first when I recorded it.
Well,
Literally how that bar came about, like, don't tell me that you love me if you never will correct me when I'm wrong. It's a form of therapy. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm literally just sharing how I feel. I go based on feeling. I don't write. Like, I'm the type of person, I'm not going to write. I'm not going to force myself to write. I'm not going to.
I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
sorry.
I need
Trying to force him?
Yeah. Talk now.
Because I'm
Yeah,
not
they
trying
will do that. I mean,
not to cut anybody off, but it's like when he had told me about passwords and he told me how long it took, I said that time was different. He told me it was roughly around like 15 to 20 minutes for him writing that song.
yeah. I have to be in that zone, though. If I'm not in that zone, I'm not going to write. Like, somebody can, like...
What get you there? You need
Literally, like, I
what is
don't smoke.
Okay, all right,
I
talk
don't
to
smoke,
us.
I drink a little bit, but I don't need vices to record. So I literally go in the studio, like, I'm a writer, so I literally go in the studio with everything that I have, and then I feel the emotion where I'm recording it. So they've seen my writing process, like, if I don't like it, I'm not going to punch, I'm just going to do it all over. I have to get the energy to do it.
Yeah.
If I'm not all the way in it, I'm not going to, you feel me? Like,
Bro, you know what's interesting? I don't even want to cut you off. You're a creative, bro.
right.
You're literally a creative.
Right.
Because I do the same thing when I'm creating content. A lot of people think, oh, he just put.
You just put it in.
Nah,
You gotta be in that zone, bro.
Definitely.
You
Like
have to
7
be
ways
in that
for a black
zone.
man to boost their libido. Like,
No, that was me. That was good.
I follow the page, nigga. They put some shit,
the
boy.
posts that you like, there's certain posts that I really have to be in a certain bag to write.
So what's
like
that
bag?
That's my question. I want to ask the three of y'all.
Nah,
Now I want to ask everybody here. What is that bag? And I'm gonna lead off because my best music has come from a time in my life where I felt broken. You understand? I felt.
I didn't even say broken.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't
Broken.
I felt my back was against the wall. Some of my best songs I felt when I felt like I was betrayed and I was
I feel
angry.
like that's some
to a
good
certain.
because once you got your back in the wall, it's go time.
It's go time now. I got nowhere to go.
I got nowhere to
Same, bro.
I was upset. I was angry. I was coming home from work at 11 o'clock and I wouldn't go upstairs to my crib until like 3:30 in the morning.
Cause you sitting in the
I'm
car.
sitting in the car, right, listening to instrumentals, and it's like, yo, maybe I write a status on Facebook, sign on Instagram. Niggas ain't feeling what I'm really getting. These likes ain't really contributing. I need niggas to understand what the fuck I feel right now.
Right.
No, that's a fact.
So
So
what
it really
emotion?
come with that.
What emotion? We gonna start from here and just work all the way back. Back to
Right.
homie.
Alright,
But
so
what
when
emotion
you
gets you
broken,
there? Some people be happy. Some people
going
be
through trauma. Like I said, I want to speak on different perspectives, real perspectives, like shit that people relate about. There's a problem when I hear rappers that's talking about, like, no shade to Meg Thee Stallion, but talk about you going to school. You went to school, you graduated. Talk about that. There's women, bro, like people dying, like 2020. Like the reason I wrote Less Is More is because of 2020. Like how you was feeling, like
Less is
you
more.
feel me? Less is more. Like you feel me? There's so many different. Just in that title alone, like shout out to Kobe.
We listen to your EP. You feel what I'm saying? And like you have like even Big Dog. You talk about Big Dog. Like one of the artists that I like is Joyner Lucas, and that really gave me a Joyner vibe. And I'm talking about because niggas can't rap fast and punch. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's certain styles that I lean towards because I saw that you like Mobb Deep. I saw that you like rappers. You feel me? So like I was looking and I'm like, yo, what is like? Who are some of the biggest inspirations in your life? And do you watch battle rap?
Of course, I watch battle rap. URL.
Who your top 3?
A-Rod, Sue Surf.
Oh, he didn't even wait. Damn, I ain't.
Untitles is always.
Like,
They just.
Arsenal, he recycled a lot.
At one point, Arsenal was really powerful.
He was fire.
Yeah, he was really
Nah,
powerful.
bro. But
Tay-Rock,
another
Sir.
one that's becoming my favorite. Chess was a good one, but then
Nah, Chess nice though.
he was a good one, but then he just started.
I mean, he choked like 17 times, but he's young. Young nigga, he's coming up hot. He's showing up to the battles drunk and shit, but he got it now.
Yeah, young nigga. Calico's another one too. I fuck with Calico.
Fire.
I fuck with Calico. But like like everybody, whenever they get in their bag, like I used to watch the old URL. Like, Conceited versus fucking
Surf. He put surfing through.
I'm talking about like the Conceited when he battled the nigga from St. Louis. Shoot him up. That shit turned into a meme. That's the shit that turned into a meme. No. The nigga from St. Louis.
Wait, he did this?
Even,
Yes.
That's the shit that turned into a meme.
Gucci, everything.
Yeah.
I seen that with polo boots on.
I seen them shits.
Yeah, I like a couple battle rappers.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all niggas. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not holding my urine no more.
I got it.
Hey, listen, me too, my nigga. Hey, before we go, I just want to say, when we come back from this particular break, the one thing that we do have to do as black men is express ourselves in a different capacity. So when we come back, we're gonna pay the tab because we had 3 amazing gentlemen in here tonight. Just learning about their craft, learning about their skills, and learning about different ways that we should be thinking. But on behalf of all black men that should express themselves, Mel, none of these drinks are free. It's definitely black owned, so we don't do family discounts. So the only way for you to pay your tab tonight, my nigga, is to rap. You up for that?
I'm up for that.
We fucking come on, man. We'll be back in 5 minutes with the fucking tab. We thank y'all for tuning into the fucking BarsTalk, man.
Bow. Pressure. A woman that's bottom is pressure. Pressure. Woman that's bottom is pressure. Yeah.